We're at Aldham Junction near Woodwell. We're joined again by
Ashton from Exploring the Past and the Present. Good morning.
So the line to the right goes up through Stairfoot to Cudworth. We're going to take the line to the left, which will take us up to Silkstone Common, up the notorious Worsbrough Incline. We're following a 7-mile route of the Great Central Railway all the way up to West Silkstone Junction. In 1954, this line was electrified at an unusual voltage of 1500 volts DC. So anyone who thinks when they learnt Ohm's law at school it'd never be useful to them again, this is where it comes in.
Basically, for any given load, if the voltage reduces, the current increases. Therefore, the current passing through the overhead lines would have been high.
This meant a number of substations had to be built along the line. Just to our right here is a site of a substation. We made quite a few finds on this explore, so we're going to break it down. We're going to do it in 3 parts. The bridge we're approaching now crosses the Dern and Dove Canal. So this bridge crosses Woodwell Lane. Originally, the line went from Aldham Junction up to Mottram Colliery. It was situated about 100 metres to my right. However, by 1880, the Great Central Railway had purchased this line, and a connection was made onto the line that we're currently on.
On the map, the original alignment is shown in green. The blue line is the Great Central Blackburn Valley line. Our connection is shown in red, which went from Woodwell Main Junction to Wath Junction.
This is the location of Woodwell Main signal box. There's absolutely no remains of it.
We're now at Woodwell Main Junction. The line going off to the left went towards Sheffield. The line to the right is a connection going towards West Silkstone Junction. Due to the expansion of the Yorkshire coalfield and the ever-increasing number of coal trains crossing into Lancashire, Barnsley was becoming a bottleneck. Therefore, this line was built to bypass the town centre. There are no stations along here, it was purely and simply for freight. This marks the site of Woodwell Main sorting sidings. Banking locomotives were stored here between turns. Following electrification, coal trains were hauled by 2 Classic M1 electric locomotives. When they got to here, 2 further locomotives were connected on the back to assist in the long slog up to Silkstone Common. The original alignment joined here on the right.
If I just turn us around, we can just see the Trapbed going off there to the left through the trees.
And from above, it's marked by the line of trees there on the left.
Other than the Silkstone tunnels, which we'll come up to later, there's very little to suggest that this was actually a railway. Therefore, we're going to concentrate on things that we found around the line side, usually mining related. We can find a few little bits, such as this support for the overhead line equipment. After crossing the River Dove on this little bridge, let's have a quick look down there. We pass under Wath Viaduct. Now this is still a live line across there between Barnsley and Sheffield. So under this left-hand arch, a line went off to serve Wath Main Colliery. We just see the remains of the trap bed, a few fence posts, throwing them out. This is the junction where it left. Now, on the maps we've seen, there are a lot of sidings up here. Now we think these may have been sidings just for holding wagons from the pit. I think it's fair to say after electrification these sidings were no longer here.
This is the site of the mine. Other than a few scars in the landscape, there's very little to be seen. We can see the line of the canal at the top of the screen there.
So just at the side of the River Dove we found this pump house. Obviously more mining related than railway. We thought we'd include it anyway. Long since abandoned. Behind it, the remains of a settling pond and some form of sluice mechanism. Let's have a closer look at that. No, nothing much to see. We did notice one or two vent pipes around here. They've obviously had problems with gas from the mines. So this substantial stonework that we can see just to our right is a retaining wall for the Worsbrough branch of the Dearne and Duff Canal. It's just up there to our right. We're just going up to Len Crossing, which crosses Station Road. This embankment up to our right carries the Worsbrough branch of the Dearne and Duff Canal. It runs parallel for a while.
In this clearing we found the remains of a number of buildings. We believe these were connected with coke ovens which once sat on this side.
Round about here, a branch went off to the left to serve Edmund's main colliery. We've had a look round, there's no remains of a bridge which would have crossed the River Dove. So just approaching Worsbrough crossing. So that's looking down where we've come from, towards Woodwell. This is Edmonds Road. We'll just show you the Canal Bridge. See how close we are to the railway. There we go. Yeah, this is the line of the canal. We're on the bridge now. And that's looking up towards Worsbrough Res, where it terminated. Now this area here, where these new houses are, as shown on the maps as a gasworks. We've had a rummage round, and there's absolutely nothing remaining here. Let's have a quick look down here. I'll put a map up so we can have a look. Right, the road we can see in front of us went to Edmund's main colliery. Obviously long closed, long gone. We'll have a look round, see if there's anything remaining. I've got my doubts, but you never know. The pit was in this field. We'll finish here for now. Hope you found this interesting. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in part 2.